you're a beginner programmer or an intermediate one as well, you may have come across a term called MVC. What is MVC? MVC is a code architecture. A code architecture is the same with the building architecture. Before you build a large skyscraper, you need the blueprint of your building on a piece of paper. The same thing applies for your code. Before you start writing a piece of your code, your application, you need to have this architecture written on a piece of paper, and you need to have the structure of your code. And one of those structures is called MVC. What is MVC? In order to explain what MVC is, let's take a scenario. Scenario in the restaurant. A customer comes and sits at the dining table. The waiter comes to him and asks what he wants, and the customer orders based on the menu that they have, and the waiter is going to register everything and is going to give it to the chef in the kitchen. Now the chef in the kitchen has everything, has the ingredients, has the food and the drinks that the customer wants, and is going to prepare it for him. Once he's done preparing, he's going to call the waiter and is going to give it to the waiter, and the waiter to the customer. Now inside of this scenario, the customer is the user of your app. And what the customer sees, the only space in the building that the customer can see is the dining place. And that's what we call the view. The view is a part of your code that the customer only sees. It could be an HTML file or CSS file. Now the waiter is the connector. I'll come back to the connector. The chef and the kitchen is the model. Remember, the kitchen stores everything. The same thing applies for our model. The model stores everything, every data that is crucial for our app to run. And it's going to prepare the data based on the customer's request. And once it's done preparing, it's going to give it back to the connector, and the connector gives it back to the viewer or the user of your app. That's how MVCs work. Now let's take a look at them on the VS Code. Right, we are now here. Now this is an ExpressJS project that I've been working on. I used Prisma ORM for the database in order to access the database, and I used MySQL as the database. Now as you can see from this folder structure, I've applied the MVC folder structure, the code architecture here. So we have the controller here. I didn't put anything inside of this. It just says this connects the model with the view, and that's what the controllers does. The controllers connects the model with the views. Now the model that I have, the database, the necessary data for our function, for our application to run, are stored here in this Prisma file. This is what we call the model. Inside of here, you can see there's a lot of models here. These are MySQL tables here. And the other one is the views. The views is the only place that the customer can see, and we can have HTML, EJS, CSS files inside of here. And that's it. I hope you found this video insightful, and if you find it insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye bye.